Give it up for the song of the week. Fab. Turn up a little bit. Not freaking on the week. Come on, come through, girl. No. Turn down. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to Life According to Cree, the podcast. I am your host, Miss Cree Cole. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Gonna get straight up into it. Well, earlier this week, earlier this week, what brought me to my topic was I out here doing business stuff, you know what I'm saying, updating my social media, making sure all my links is right, all my contact information is right. So, you know, I'm going out there, I'm adding stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm adding things. I added my business phone number. I got 2 phones, one for y'all know the words. So I got 2 phones. So I went out and I put my business phone number on one of my social media links. And it wasn't an entire hour later. It wasn't an hour later. I get a text to my business phone. And the thing about my business phone is, like, it's literally no one has it other than people that I work for and people that work for me. Like, that's it. Like, nobody else has this number. So I get this text. We cover these people's phone number because y'all might know the people's phone number. But I get this text that says, "You blocked me." With a sideways face. So about you blocked me. Well, if I blocked you, I didn't block you from this number. If I did. And if I blocked you, that meant that I never, like, use your contact clues, baby. That means I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want you to be able to contact me. And I'm not contacting you. Like, that's what that means. I happen to be one of those adults where I don't feel like I have to explain to other adult people why I do anything I do. Like, if I'm going to stop talking to somebody, I think I did, like, a post on, on TikTok. I shared it to my other social media platforms about why I ghost people and why I don't mind getting ghosted. And I reiterate it. I don't mind getting ghosted because if you don't want to be around me or talk to me or communicate with me, that's cool. I can't make you. And I'm not going to try to make you. I ghost people because when I meet people, I'm very communicative. You can say I'm communicative because I'm literally talking to a screen and a reflection of myself. If I can do that, I can definitely hold a conversation with another person. So I'm very communicative about what I expect from people when I meet them, what I like, what I don't like, and all that. So if you don't meet those expectations, then what else is there to explain? Nonetheless, he means that you blocked me. And as you can tell by the text, I proceeded to tell them off because I was like, yo, whoever you are, I don't know who this is, and whoever you are, you have to follow my business page because it's the only place on earth where this number is posted. It's the only place. And I was like, when I said who this, they gave me a name. I ain't even know the name. And the thing about it is, like, whenever I've got like those kind of hey stranger texts or texts that weren't attached to a like name or whatever, like if I'm around other people, I'm like, who this? Like they always assume like I got a lot of or something, and it's not even that. It's just a matter of if they're not saved in my phone, because I'm at a big age. I'm 41 years old, so like I had to save people's name. If I just met you somewhere, I got to save your name. I wasn't out for that. So if I come across you when I'm on my journeys through life, then I got to save your name so I know who you are. And I would hope that you would save mine. I mean, because I expect you to be busy and meet a lot of people and things too. If you're single like I'm single, but nonetheless, I proceeded to let them know, what was up, and I was like, and I'm gonna block you from this number. I'm gonna block you from this one too. And then I immediately blocked them. Only reason I didn't delete the text was because I was going for hard gas. That's the only reason why I did, because I wanted, like, you see this. Because, sometimes people think this stuff be going on in your world, you be making it up. But, like, nah, my life is really like that. So, long story short, it brought me to my topic for this week. It brought me to my topic. Like, I had a whole nother topic, but I was like, I need to talk about it. Like, what do you do when somebody spins the block on you and hits you with the "Hey stranger" message? Like, and then whether it's in a text message or through social media, in your inboxes or whatever, your instant messenger on Instagram, whatever. Like, what do you do with that? What do you do with that? Now, I'm going to tell you what I do with that. Because I very rarely get it. And the reason why I very rarely get those kind of messages is because I am literally, like, when the little memes you see where they be like, if a woman's over a certain age, you only got like this much time before you blah, 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 blah. That's legit. That's legit. It's unspoken, but it's legit. The older I have got, the more I want to consume time and energy. Like, I don't be wanting to go nowhere all kind of way, unless I just want to go. I don't force myself to do anything. Like, I don't do none of that. Like, I'm really, really good with just being, like, in my own space and doing my own thing. So, you ain't got much time. And in that time frame that I've personally given myself of how long I'm going to entertain someone, and it varies depending on their situation, but the time frame that I give, like, once it hits that time frame, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Block the number, delete the contact, get rid of the text thread. I'm done. I'm done. And it's not necessarily that the person did something wrong to me. I just don't want to have my days interrupted by people that I don't want to talk to. It's like it's some conversations that I can't avoid, but there's some that I can, and anything that's coming through the cellular device, it's all on me. It's all on me. Whether or not I accept that call, accept that text, have that person be able to contact me, is all on me. It has nothing to do with them. It's all on me. So, but it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder because I see a lot of posts and things with people, and I talk to people and they be like, yeah, so hit me up, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know where they came from. And I ain't talked to them in forever and blah, blah, blah. And you know how people seem bothered. Like, dudes and females do it because I got really close male and female friends. Like, both of them do it. They be like, I don't know what they contacted me for, blah, 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 blah. Because they can. Because they can. People will remove themselves for your lives for multiple reasons. Some they may be actually going through something themselves. They may have an actual significant other and had it when they met you, and they got time. Like, they can't juggle it. They could just not be into you. Like, I done had people where it's been clear, like, we just wasn't vibing. Like, I wasn't their vibe. I wasn't their vibe, and I was cool with that. So when I didn't hear from them no more, after a certain amount of time, I might have been looking through my phone and be like, dang, last time I talked to that person was on July 10th. You gone. It's it's like a reflex. It's like a reflex. So it makes me wonder, about the way that we handle, rejection and things like that, and what our real expectations are once we feel like we're rejected. Now, me myself, I can be honest. When I feel like I'm rejected, I don't want no parts. I want to be a friend, and this goes in all my ships. And when I say ships, I mean situationships, friendships, sexual relationships, romantic relationships. And all my ships, when I do not feel like I am, let me say it like this, if I feel like I'm rejected or I'm not wanted, I'm out. So once I'm out, then there's no reason for me to have your contact information because I'm not going to contact you anymore. I'm not going to contact you anymore. Like, why? A lot of times, I be hearing, like, females talk about how they go through the same cycles. Dudes, too. Like, go through the same cycles over and over and over and over again with different people doing the same stuff. Not even the same person. And it'd be even more wild to me when it's the same person. Because I'm like, how many times do you got to watch it before you catch on to the plot? How many times you got to watch it? So, I advise people that when you done, to be done. And it don't have to be this is another thing. People be acting like it has to be a mutual agreement to be done. Since when and where? If by no means do it got to be a mutual agreement to be done with somebody. Whether it's a friend, a romantic partner, a job, hell. There doesn't have to be a mutual agreement. If you don't want to be bothered, then you don't want to be bothered. If you've hit your limit, then you've hit your limit. Comes with the part of loving yourself. Because see, when you love yourself, you set boundaries. You set boundaries and things for yourself in order to protect yourself. I would say protect your peace, but I mean, it's too many different things that can tamper with that. But to protect yourself, because it's more than your peace that's being protected when you remove yourself from situations, people, and things. Stress affects everything in your body. Everything, including your hairline. Nevertheless, like, it makes me wonder, why do we allow people to have continuous access to us after we've made a decision that we done? Or are we really done? That's the real question. Are you really done? Because there could be multiple reasons why that person is spinning the block on you. It could be multiple reasons why they're spinning the block. They could be spinning the block because at the time when they met you, it wasn't the right time. They were too busy. They were this, that, and the third. They could be spinning the block because when they met you, they actually had a significant other. Like I said, and could not juggle it. They could just be a butthole. They could just have one, set goal for you, and you didn't fulfill that need back then, and they want to see if you're willing now. And it's not just a sexual thing. It's a lot of different things that they may have wanted you to fulfill for them that you were not able to fulfill, and now here they come again. And when they come back around again, you have to think to yourself, like, why? Crazy part is, a lot of times the why is what gets us in the conversation. The why is what makes us hit them back and go, who's this? It's the why. Because we haven't matured enough, no matter what our age is, in order to recognize the fact that everybody ain't supposed to be a part of the party. Everybody ain't supposed to be a guest. Everybody ain't supposed to be there. Everybody ain't supposed to be a witness. And if at any point someone made you feel a certain type of way about you, they definitely shouldn't get an invite back to the party. But that goes back to loving yourself first. I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. When you love yourself first, people think, like, when I've said it to people, then they had this look on their face because they think that it's a selfish thing. But actually, loving yourself first and loving yourself correctly helps you to be able to love the people around you correctly. You can't be your best to other people or provide people with the best of you if you ain't good. You can't replenish nobody if you haven't figured out how to replenish yourself. Because depending on other people to replenish you, you may never be refreshed. I just put it like that. You may never be refreshed. So if contact with somebody is draining, if it's not moving in the direction that you wanted to go in, if it's not producing anything for you, then why keep in contact? I'd be lost. I'd be lost. I'd be lost. I'd be lost a lot of times. I have conversations and I'd be like, saying to myself, you talking to her again? You just told me such and such and such. You talking to him again? And I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of not cutting ties the way that I should cut them. I've been guilty. I've learned though. I've learned though. There's levels to everything. But that also makes you have to say to yourself, why do I allow these people? Like, what is it that I'm looking for? Because you can't be looking for whatever you were looking for initially when you were first in contact. You can't still be looking for that same thing with that person because that person's already made it clear at some point that ain't it. That ain't what they're trying to do. That ain't how they're trying to move. So, what is it in me that makes it okay for this person to pick me up and put me down, pick me up and put me down? What is it in me? What is it in me that's intrigued by the fact that they spun the block? Because, like, I mean, I be kind of flattered when people that I used to talk to or used to like or whatever, you know, be like, you know, in the present, you know, they be like, you know, they still kind of like me and stuff like that. Or they come back and try to holler at me again. Like, I kind of like it. But, I mean, really? It's kind of like, so what? Like, so what? I mean, let's be real. Like, does it really matter? Like, he always come back to me. He always come. At what point is that no longer flex? At what point do you stop and you say to yourself, and I'm only using my girl voice because I'm a girl and I date men. At what point do we say to ourselves, why do I let this person keep spinning the block? Because that's basically what I hate stranger sex is. It's literally like a low-key mental manipulation because you're going to go, stranger? Did he just call me a stranger? Me? Boy, I ain't nothing like no stranger to you. I don't know why you tripping. Like, those are the reactions that we have. Because it's going to provoke you into connecting back. See, y'all be looking for these big, old, huge gestures of manipulation. Some manipulations are very small. It don't say much. We give people credit. Too much credit. And a lot of times they don't even have to put forth that much effort to pull us back into the foolishness. They don't even put forth that much effort. Because it's not them that's pulling us into the foolishness. We're walking into it. We're walking into it, eyes wide open, knowing exactly what it is. Hoping for a different outcome. And I ain't gonna say you can't give people a chance when they spin the block. Because sometimes people do mature and change, you know, certain habits and things that, you know, for them. And they line up with, you know, what your expectations were or are. You know, and things can work out. But more often than not, if you didn't even still have their name and their number in your phone, baby. Woo, baby, it ain't no need. Ain't no need. Ain't no need. I'm tickled. And I'm only tickled because I've had so many situations where people have spun the block on me. And a few of them I actually said, you know what? I may have been too hasty. Because I be mean sometimes. So I might have been too hasty. I might have jumped the gun. You know, so since I might have been the one that jumped the gun, you know, because I didn't have the level of patience that I needed, then Let me entertain this. Let me see. Let me listen to a little bit and see what's what. But ladies, gentlemen, when we make that decision to listen a little bit, we need to make sure that we are setting a boundary. We need to make sure that we're setting a boundary. Because I promise you, people would literally be bored, be sitting at home bored. I've done it. People would be at home bored with their cell phone and be like, oh, I remember that. I wonder what such and such doing. They always thought I was cute. Let me hit them up. They be bored. Them and the person that they were with are back having a bad time. They're back having a rough patch. Hey, stranger. Like I said, they bored. They got nothing to do. Ain't nothing really popping. They ain't, they actually are single, but ain't nothing really popping. Life done slowed down a little bit. Hey, stranger. Their favorite thing to do done found them something more permanent to do. Hey, stranger. Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes it's too many different scenarios where it can be that's the reason. So you have to equip yourself to be able to deal with it when those situations arise. And I got 4 things that you definitely need to do when you receive the infamous "Hey Stranger" text. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I mean, it's gonna be on YouTube. You can go back, write them down. Hopefully, if my producer get to it, my producer can make them pop up on the screen for me. Number 1, ask yourself why this person is back. Ask yourself. If you're actually strong and you know you're strong, you can ask that person directly. But initially, ask yourself, why you back? Why they back? What they want with me? Ask yourself. Ask yourself what they could possibly want. If you ask yourself what they could possibly want and it's not a positive, what you feed back to yourself is not positive, depart. Mission over. Number two, ask yourself what the benefit is in allowing this person back into your life. Even if it's in the most minuscule way, what positive can come, or what positive? No. What positively can come from this person being back in your world? What? Number 3, if you're gonna let them back into your world, even if it's only briefly, set a time limit for you. Not a time limit for them, because you can't control what nobody else do. You can't control how nobody else move. Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to make them do what you want them to do. So set a time limit for yourself. Say to myself, say, Cree, okay, we back talking. We're back having conversation. I let them know what my expectations are, So I'm giving myself until this time. And if I don't see what I want to see positive from this person, or I don't see the benefits of keeping this person in my life, then I'm out. Deuces, I'm gone. Like, set a time limit for yourself. Not for the other person. Because it's not their job to make you happy. You have to be happy. You have to make you happy. Set a time limit. That's number 3. And number 4. If by chance you let this person back into your life, you have asked yourself what they could possibly want, went to them with it, you have thought it over yourself, saw the benefits, saw what the positive outcomes could be, and that's what you're looking for, you have set a time limit. You set a time limit of how long you were going to allow this person to be in your world if it wasn't a different result than what you previously got. You know, you've done all three of those things. Number 4 is once or if that person does not meet that minimal expectation. And I don't mean you had 5 things on your list and they only did one, so that was the minimum, so they good. No, they got to hit all 5. Whatever your deal breakers are, they got to be your deal breakers. Whatever your list of this can't move, this is what it got to be. You got to stick to it. If they don't hit all them points, let go. Let go. You're not letting go of that person. You're not being malicious. You're not being evil. You're not wasting their time because they invited themselves. You didn't call for them. You didn't send for them. They invited themselves. You're not wasting their time. None of that. If they don't meet the expectation that you have, be out. Block that number, delete the contact, delete the text thread. If they're on your social media, take them off your social media too. Because they don't need to see what you're doing and you don't need to see what they doing. For what? It doesn't work. And while we on that subject, if you're cleansing, those people that like to come back to you and tell you what the other person doing, you might want to think about getting rid of them too. Or not necessarily getting rid of them, but you might want to create a little bit of distance. Just saying. We'll say that topic for another day. Might be friends. But that's it. Number 1. Ask yourself, what could they possibly want? It's a hypothesis. 2. Ask yourself, what is the payoff? What positive can come out of this interaction? You can't find nothing positive? Don't do it. 3, set a time limit. Set a time limit for yourself. I keep saying that, for yourself, not for them. You can't control other people's actions. For yourself. If they don't meet expectations, let them be gone. Jobs do it every day. And number 4, once you make that decision, real life be out. You didn't delete the contact the first time. You didn't block them the first time. You didn't delete the text thread the first time. You kept them on your social media the first time. And this is for men and women, not just females. I just keep talking about it in the female because I'm a female and I date men. You do those 4 things, that's self-care. That is self-care. I say it all the time. The life and love yourself. The life and life according to Cree is for loving yourself first. People think that is a selfish thing when they hear it right off the top of their head. But if they actually listen to it and they think about it, you can't be the best version of you to the people around you if you don't love yourself correctly. Loving yourself correctly and putting the time into yourself, of preserving yourself, is what will have you able, willing, and having the energy to do what you need to do for the people around you and for people that you don't even know sometimes. I'm telling you. Taking that time, removing yourself from situations, avoiding situations. You ain't missing nothing. Especially with somebody who's spin the block. The second time you shouldn't still be on some woulda, shoulda, coulda. You might woulda, shoulda, coulda the first time, but the second time, once they done spun the block, and you let them in, and they end up anyway, man, shine. You ain't got to be, no explanation needed. No explanation needed. Be done. Not because they're this or they're that. Be done. Because it's the best thing for you. It's the best thing for you. You not allowing that negative energy to be in your world will help you emit positivity to the other people around you. I promise you. But that's it. Remember those 4 things? You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so, so much. Like, this is my 5th episode. I'm not a person who does the numbers game. I love the drive of this. I love feeling like I'm actually walking in my purpose. And when I mean purpose, it's not telling people what to do or what they should and shouldn't do. I don't feel like that's my purpose. I feel like what my purpose is to be a part of the world. Be a part of the world and make my mark. I just want to make my mark. So I thank y'all for watching. Saying episode 5 is complete. Saying my social media handles, as always, will be at the end of the broadcast. But on all social media platforms, I am Life According to Cree. LYFACCORDING 2. Number 2. That's the number 2. CREE. If you're watching this, you're actually watching this on my YouTube channel. I sound like one of those advertisers just now. On my YouTube channel, Life According to Cree TV. Hopefully there will be some more things here. And follow, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can even find me on Snapchat. I'm a little bit of everywhere. And everybody ain't got time to be, watching somebody. People got jobs and all that kind of stuff. They be multitasking or whatever. Check this out. I'm on 5 different platforms where you can stream this podcast right to your ear. So you can listen on Apple Music. You can listen on Pandora. You can listen on iHeartRadio. You can listen on Amazon Music. And on Podbean, my awesome podcast host. So you can listen on either one of them. Or you can tune in every Thursday, where if you don't remember, this is a night in with Cree. But every other week, I have a guest where we're going to talk about, it's Life According to Cree, but we're going to hear what some other people got to say too, because if you can't absorb anything, you can't emit anything positive. That's just what it is. But like I said, thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. And I see y'all next week on location with my guests and my topic. Whatever that would be. I know what it's going to be already. I just stay tuned. Follow me on all my social media. Get the word. Like I said, love y'all. Thank y'all. And good night. Oh. Before I go. Because it's only positive vibes over here. Y'all be good. Good night.